As we enter 2025, Happy New Year. We still have some crazy stuff that needs explaining that happened literally at the end of 2024. What we have to start with is something that you need to hear the audio because it is just mind blowing. Then we're going to get to this jellyfish beyond a UFO at this point. We also have a UFO being chased by a jet, more alien grays staring at you, another weird alien type looking, a Bigfoot, just a really crazy collection of stuff. I need you help to digest what is real, what is not, what are some of these mysteries. Listen to this and watch. What the hell is that, guys? Do you hear this? It literally sounds like the hounds of hell. Pray to your God right now, or to the only God that exists, because that literally is the hounds of hell. Listen for the chains. This is about to get really freaky. I'll tell you what it sounds like after. Props to the guy filming this, by the way. Is he feeling for the vibration, I wonder? Okay, I'm going to pause it for one quick second and I'm going to actually just tell you what I probably think. Obviously, it could be a hoax. It could just be somebody filming something and adding sound effects after. I don't really think that's the case because there really is no incentive to hoax stuff because you don't get paid. Believe me, if this video gets 1,000 views, I will not even make $1. That is not a joke. This is not something you do to get rich. Believe me, this is not even a minimum wage job. You have to do this because you love it and you're trying to achieve something better. In this case, we're collectively trying to solve mysteries. What is this? But before we get to what is this, let me make the point of what it's possible. If you listen closely, it sounds like one creature is growling for another, right? And then you start to hear the chains from afar start to get closer with another set of noises, which sounds like an entirely different beast. It's literally at least two different types of beasts, possibly two making the growling noises, and even a third, like a hound of hell. Literally, that could be like if you're reading in the Bible, that literally describes what hell is like. Okay, this you need to see for your own eyes because aliens seem to be doing this. They literally can jump over houses. They don't even need to use their feet. They are literally able to levitate. Their bodies can literally travel the same way as craft. It's almost as if their minds can literally warp the space time fabric. That is how powerful our minds can be. This, the thumbnail of this video, for a reason. When I first thought or saw that Kuwait jellyfish drone or UFO, I thought it was just a structured craft. And the reason is it doesn't matter what the shape is if they're traveling via gravity or some sort of unknown propulsion, because at that point, it doesn't have to be aerodynamic because there's no flight. This Looks very biological. This actually looks like the real War of the Worlds. I mean, really, doesn't it not? I mean, literally, take a screenshot from Steven Spielberg and just wow. I mean, that is what it looks like. Some of these I'm only going to let play out because they're kind of interesting in the background. Like this, what is it that messes with this girl's hair? This is totally unnecessary. You know what? You guys can actually go and hear when I did this experiment with Rockstar on my channel where we asked Alexa strange questions. This, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a grandmother coming back to visit her grandson. Maybe she passed away before the baby was born. Maybe it's a granddaughter. I don't think it's much nefarious things going on, but you never know with that side of the dimension. It's another eerie thing is if you get visited by aliens, apparently that doorway is open forever. You are therefore, able to have poltergeist activity, trickster ghosts. I mean, the whole gamut is open at that point because whatever seems to come, the door stays open, like the portal stays open. What is that? That does not look like a typical gray. I mean, is that some unknown alien, or is it a known alien, or is that just what is that? Doesn't look like a human in a mask. I mean, I guess it technically could be, but how the hell did they get up there? Yeah, I mean, it's just some of these videos are really bona fide, pretty darn scary. I would actually, I'd be grabbing a shotgun at that point and aiming. I probably wouldn't fire yet unless I felt threatened, but I'd definitely be locked, loaded, and ready. That's for damn sure. Lock and load. Grab your AR, your AK, whatever you have, your Glock. Is this an interdimensional being or a ghost? Do you see it looks like it's just, fuzzy images, but really that's not the case. I mean, Jim Sparks made a very, very good summation when he said that when he's visited by the Greys, the reptilians, whatever, because they come from a different world, their vibration is so foreign. And obviously, he doesn't know exact distances, so he just used them for reference. He said when they're like 100 feet away, you don't even need to see them. You obviously start to have a sense of fear. As they get closer, say 50 feet, your body goes to fight or flight. When you get to, say, 10 feet, your body freezes and you get a dopamine dump, an adrenaline dump. We don't need to see this. This is kind of mean. But let's get to this really weird stuff right about there. What are we seeing? Obviously not fireflies, obviously not drones, obviously maybe some plasma. Is this natural phenomenon or is this literally alien, foreign, unknown? What's crazy is what's about to come up next. There's quite a few really gnarly stuff in here. The last one that you'll see is that when I finally end this will be the New Jersey, I believe it was the 27th of December, 2024, literally a few days ago, with a jet chasing one of these UAPs. I hate the term UAP, just stick to UFO. We kind of know what they mean at UFO. What is that? That is not a 2-inch little fairy. What is that? It's not a kite that thing is commanding. That is gnarly. That is gnarly. What country is that to? Would love to know. Have you guys ever seen like something like this with your own eyes? That's what I'd like to know. Yeah, that is just some really gnarly stuff. I wonder if that is literally a UAP or UFO monitoring it, because some of these UFOs can literally be a couple inches across. They don't have to be 30 feet, 300 feet, motherships, whatever. That is really interesting, isn't it? You literally have a shadow being interacting with a child, and the child is not afraid because why should it? No children are afraid of the unknown, which is one of the reasons why so many beings and ghosts interact with children, because they feel safe around them, because they know that child is not going to run away. Yeah, that is pretty gnarly. Art Bell used to have these shadow things around his house, and he said it would scare the hell out of him and his family. Look at this typical alien looking at you. And as you spot them, what do? They start to duck as if you can't see their heads. You know what this reminds me of? When you have an ostrich or any bird that digs its head in the hole because they think by hiding their head you can't see them because they can't see you, even though their entire body's sticking out of the hole. That's what it reminds me of, these little grays. It's like they're trying to hide because their eyes are below, so they think you can't see them, but you could clearly see the rest of their head. Yeah, I've always found that funny. Yeah, I'll just let these ghost ones play out because the reason why is, like I said, once you have that portal open, all of this happens to you. How many of you people have been abducted or contacted that are literally watching this right now can say, yes, I've actually had poltergeist, ghosts, shadow people visit me after an abduction. This, I was going to say, is an alien, but I think this is probably a Bigfoot or a skunk ape. Probably more of a skunk ape because of its smells. What's the difference? Really nothing. A mountain yeti from the Swiss Alps, or a Montana Bigfoot, or Oregon Bigfoot, or a Miami skunk ape are pretty much the same thing. What does that hole lead to? The inner Earth that people are talking about? Is this Antarctica? What we really need is a real camera to go down there, not just showing us the hole. Show us what is in the hole. Just showing us an entrance really is great, but what is in the entrance is the important stuff. Whoa. Is that what the camera is showing? Like literally another world? That is gnarly. Where is this so we can go visit and do exactly what these guys just did? Why not attach GoPros to them and just keep going in further? This is freaky. Watch what happens to this poor guy. He probably heard the noise, decided to go check. Look at that. Whoa. That is not human. It is not a kid with gloves. It is not, a costume. That is bizarre. And do you see the length of the arm? That is so not human. There's a couple more that are interesting, so I'm going to let it play out until I get to that one the other typical gray. Look at that, just watching you from behind a tree. They really think we're fascinating, which is really interesting. But again, what are they really? Are they time travelers? Are they aliens? Are they demons? Are they figments of our imagination? Are they only manifesting because we're thinking about them? Our minds are so powerful. We're supposed to have these capabilities. We're supposed to have the ability to speak telepathically to every living thing. We should have the ability to manifest anything. So something has messed with our minds, whether it be the chemicals in the water, in the air, whatever. Something has made silent within us the ability to really control everything in this planet, if not multiverse. Is that a shadow being, a ghost, an alien, or what? What do you guys think? Guys and gals, would love to know your thoughts on that. What is this? Oh, this is one of my favorite freaky ones. You tell me what this is. This is not a naked guy running. That is a fact. What kind of alien or monster is it? That is not a ghost. Wait till you see it up close in about a second. Look at that. Look at the speed of how fast that thing is going. That is lightning fast. I would be stepping in. I probably would run over it on purpose if I was that scared. Get as far away from it. And if it's still coming to my car, just veer to the left, slam into it, let it fall, and let your car run over it. An alien, a gargoyle, a hoax? What are we looking at? Have any of you actually seen this in reality? Just seeing this on video really does nothing at this point. There is so much I'm desensitized from seeing on video. I need to start actually seeing it in real life to really appreciate things at this point. This is really great. I love when people put out nature cams and capture gnarly stuff. I would love if people put up a bunch more nature cams. Some of the nature cams actually brought us some of the best footage I've ever seen of aliens. There's one that is lost, and I will track down for you, and I will put it on this channel. My absolute favorite one, because it's not just the alien and the way you could see it, it's the way that it walks that is so foreign to us. It begs the question, why? Is there gravity that different? You just have to see it, but until describing it won't do it any justice. What do you guys think of these fairy footage videos? You know, I used to think they were hoaxes, but you can't hoax all of them. When you have that many from around the world, so many different examples of 6-inch to 12-inch weird humanoids with wings. I mean, they're just bonkers weird stuff. Look at this, another shadow being, if I'm not mistaken. We're about, okay, no, just a typical, see, poltergeist. Remember, you got visited by aliens. Do not be surprised if your doors start opening and closing, your drawers open, and plates and spoons and stuff come flying out all the time. Look at Skinwalker Ranch. They were investigating it because of the paranormal activity, because there's probably a portal on that. And remember, Skinwalker Ranch is not unique in that it's the only place that does it. Okay, now let's get to the last stuff I wanted you to see right about here. Look at this. I'll get past her. Come on. This is what I wanted you guys to see. Literally, a few days ago, another military jet chasing down a UFO. This is such a common occurrence now. Would you please start giving us some answers? Clearly, the Air Force, clearly, the Pentagon, the DoD, the fighter jets, and their cameras have answers, and they do not want to give them to us. You know, that is supposed to be a government by the people, for the people. They sure as hell have been the most non transparent government. And really, we have to hope for some serious change now that we're in 2025, because 2021 through 2022, through 2023, and 2024 were a fucking joke. We cannot have this happen anymore. We have to take our country back. We have to have answers. We have to know where this technology comes from. We have to know where these beings are being stored. We should have the right to go visit the Roswell wreckage and the bodies and the Kecksburg UFO and the Cape Girardeau UFO. And I could list 100 crash and retrievals, put them in a museum, put the bodies on ice or in freezers, and invite us to go see them. That is the right thing to do. We are supposed to have access to this. This is really crazy. And I'll leave this for the New Year's. Look at that. Watch that. The guy opens the door to get in a taxi, and what happens behind him as before he gets in? A ghost hops into the car with him. That is actually a far more common occurrence than you can imagine. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a variation of this footage from China, from Indonesia, from Iran, from England, from California, from Tennessee. I mean, global, going back at least 50 years. And with that being said, folks, we are officially at the end of the video. I hope you're all safe and partying well if you are partying or working or doing whatever you are, but you're loving this video. Thank you all who have been sending me the super chats, the super thanks, the super chats. Keep them coming. I always appreciate them. And more importantly, I love the comments because you guys are helping us solve this mystery collectively. Thank you all and be safe.